How are you using AI in your work today? Are you using AI?
Yeah, I do use AI quite a bit. I didn't that much just a year ago. I didn't think it was nearly as helpful, and that kind of comes down to how quickly it's advancing. It's actually
Right.
insane.
I think it wasn't.
Yeah, exactly. And so right now I'm kind of using it. I would say three main ways. I'm using it for quick development of some of my recon automation. Just when it's not something that's a production ready application that I'm selling to people, and I just need to write some code that performs and does
Yep.
exactly what I need it to do, and it's just me that's using it. And if there's an issue, that's okay because no one's depending on it. I'll just go fix it.
Right.
Writing up some quick code using AI to help me do something that previously would have taken me, days, and it can get something working in an hour or less. It's,
So you're
extremely
building
helpful.
tools and POCs?
Yeah, yeah, mainly tools. I've had it help with some POCs on some client side issues and stuff. But yeah, when it comes to writing code, it's usually for my automation and yeah, quick
Nice.
scripts. I
Yep.
also use it for an interesting thing I've done recently because I have an application that has very, very extensive documentation, both from, a general business, here's what this application does, and then also from a technical standpoint, it has documentation on the different, APIs and the front end
Yep.
versus the back end and how it interacts. And I've been able to give uh, Claude this documentation that's 700-page PDF and it converts it to text. And I just simply ask it, give me some ideas on attack vectors, and it just goes based on the language of, if the documentation says this shouldn't happen or it leaves something out, then it actually does a pretty decent job of giving me these ideas on different attack vectors or things that they could have potentially left out that I have it run through that documentation that I would never be able to get through just like reading top to
Oh
bottom.
yeah, there's no way.
Yeah, and it can give me some actually interesting things to try. And sometimes, they do actually work, and it's something that
Yep.
unless I was spending, months on the application, I probably never would have even thought about trying, but it can generate some pretty interesting attack vectors.
Very cool. New, unique ideas. Awesome. So, how do you see AI changing cybersecurity in the near future, both on the offense and on the defense?
Yeah, I think those go hand in hand, and that kind of goes into what we were talking about a second ago. Like, it's crazy how fast this is improving. Just a
Yeah.
year ago, whenever I attempted to use it for offensive stuff, I was like, it feels like I got to babysit it or kind of handhold a lot. So let me just
Mhm.
do this manually. But now it does, it's actually very good at, certain things, especially when it has the actual code in front of it. It can work out really well. And so I think from an offensive side, it automates a lot of the, like what I was talking about earlier, the quick uh, script generation or, generating POCs for different issues, just some really simple code. Like it can pump that out in minutes and have something working. Um, it's it's good in many ways for offense. I could keep going, but I think on defense, I've seen, I have friends that just do software engineering and development, and they talk about how they're getting it implemented into the actual development pipeline itself, both not just in regards to help build applications, but also, having specialized agents and stuff just to do security review,
Yep.
incrementally throughout the development process. And I think that'll be, just absolutely huge if you could get coverage. Not that it's going to find absolutely everything, but it's definitely better than
Yeah.
having nothing at all or just one person that's, focusing on the the security. If you can just get eyes on that code, security, minded eyes, the
Yep.
entire development process, I think that's going to be huge when it comes to um, application security specifically, but that kind of branches into a lot of the other realms as well.